Frank Whitton. I'm buried right over here. They buried me in my Sunday best, and they gave me a clean apron. I was the town butcher. They gave me my butcher's apron. First time I had a clean one on was when they put me in the ground. My wife, Mary, is over there right next to me, and a couple of my sons are here, but I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. I was born in 1839, Derbyshire, England. A farming family. We had our own farm. I grew up on the farm, learned farming, learned the butchering of animals, turned 19, set out on my own. I didn't have any money, but I made my way to America and finally to Winfield Township here. That's all there was at the time. With my experience in farming, I found I had work almost immediately as a farm hand, saved my money, was able to rent my own land, moved to Batavia, met my wife, Mary Lindsley. We had 4 children. Fourth one, unfortunately, George, he's right here. He didn't make it to his first birthday, but 1866, I think it was. Yes, 1866. We moved to the village of Turner, and I opened the meat market. I knew butchering, so I was the town butcher. Whitton Meat Market was on Main Street, right downtown. Fixture in the community, of course. Everybody knew me. And we formed the village of Turner, 1873. I was elected as a trustee. I was a village trustee, 15 terms. I was fortunate. Among other things I did for the village, they made me the collector, the tax collector. I was both the town butcher and the town tax collector. And I'll get back to that in a minute. I even served a term as village president. Had a distinction, I guess you'd call it, of being on the first board of trustees when we formed the town, and the last board of trustees when we changed the name to West Chicago, 1896. Of course, we all thought that was going to make us more important, bring business, help us grow. So I guess I was surpassed by my son, Frank Jr. He served 24 terms on the city council. So there's hardly a year went by. Those days, there wasn't a Whitton on the city board, the city council, village trustees. We had our house over here on East Washington Street. A lot of good times there. My daughter, Eleanor May, well, she was married there to Edward Miriam. That was a happy time. And again, later than that, 1913, year after the Titanic sank, they buried me here. Now, in thinking back, I suppose I was a little bit of a frightful sight when I would go around collecting the taxes in my bloodied butcher's apron. Nobody delayed giving me the taxes. Now, let me get back to this fall quarter. You asked me to come out of my grave on the fall quarter. The fall quarter is the night that falls halfway between the fall equinox and the winter solstice. Now, I grew up in Derbyshire in England. We followed a lot of the old traditions, the old ways, the ancients, the Celtics. The Celtics counted their year as beginning after the harvest. They ended the year when the harvest was brought in and started their new year at the fall quarter. At the end of their year, those that had died could come back between sunset and midnight to settle a score or collect a debt. Now, you folks have called me forth on this water night, and you have cursed me to wander this town until midnight in my bloody butcher's apron, looking for anyone who hasn't paid their taxes. Anyone here I should have some conversation with? I've got things to do. I've got people to find. So why don't you run along